I really enjoy working with David. The process has been very easy with him. We just have a very good dynamic, and I'm a big fan of his work.
The music has to resonate with me. It absolutely has to resonate with me immediately, because I've learned over time that if you try to force that, it's never going to end up in the way that you want it to end up. LA is a strange place. It has that contrast and polarity of being like a very sunny, beautiful place, and then in contrast, just a real sadness. That polarity is a really good environment for making something really interesting and compelling. In between projects, I'm always digging through old magazines, movies, books.
You order a tour program, Barney Bubbles. Very good.
It just sits in my subconscious and it builds into a treasure trove that I might not even be aware of.
Oh, so good.
The thing that was special about getting this project together was how to collaborate with another artist that's on the other side of the world, where we have the limitations that 2020 has brought us, where we can't actually collaborate face to face.
I think the artists become incredibly, much more creative during a time of crisis.
When we shot the video, we showed up to Valentine Recording Studio in Los Angeles. I mean, she's in her concert hall. They had a live feed going on Rosie and the DP, Tom Welsh. We talked to Rosie throughout it. We'd set her up, we'd go to that, and then at the end of every take, they'd walk a camera over to her.
Rosie, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Well, how did you feel about it?
So good. Yeah, I love that take.
Each piece in the film has its own tone and look to reflect each song. Autumn, the red tone strikes a very clear feeling immediately. I always had a history of collecting old television gear, and I'm always just interested in how certain imagery, technical imagery, starts to have a sense of nostalgia for us. Looking at this whole project as a series of transmissions, as if we're stranded on desert islands on the other side of the world, and you send out a signal, and that signal is going to slowly degenerate. And within that degradation, there's going to be a level of art or sculpture or painting that happens in that. We used 12 different cameras, up to the latest area mirrors, area Alexas, down to the CCTV surveillance cameras that were already built into the hall. It was very unconventional for classical music. In Solstice, we had the light slowly arc up. It's very, very, very subtle, which goes with the tone and pace of the song, with the tempo of the song. And it just feels like a sun rising and moving over the horizon line at dusk. I'm the type of person that I prefer to edit my own work, because I think that there are so many creative decisions that are made in post. There we go. So we're gonna cut this part. This one was different because there were quite a few more choices to make, because there's so many cameras running. Song for Nina Simone, we wanted to do something really classic and beautiful and as timeless and unique as Nina Simone was. And I mean, black and white seemed like the most appropriate option. She's incredibly expressive when she plays Nina, probably more so than any of the other songs that we played.
I'm just so grateful that to be working with such a creative team, because it's always really interesting when I record a piece of audio, I hear my own interpretation of that visually, but then also being able to hear your interpretation and then working with, it's just so great that we can actually have this melting pot of ideas and find a way to create something that's new. So I found that really, really exciting.